10 powerful traits of a spicy lady sigma under pressure. Welcome, the spicy lady. Pressure does not break her, it reveals her. Most people only see the calm version of a spicy lady sigma. The quiet confidence, the reserved smile, the independence that feels effortless, but that is just the surface. You have not truly seen her until life tightens the screws. When things fall apart, when loyalty gets tested, when expectations rise and support disappears, something shifts inside her. She does not panic loudly. She does not beg for reassurance. She does not perform strength for attention. Instead, she transforms. Pressure sharpens her focus. Her emotions stop running the show. She becomes observant, precise, and strategic. While others are reacting, she is recalculating. While others are complaining, she is repositioning. And the most dangerous part is that she does it quietly. You will not hear an announcement. You will not see a dramatic breakdown. What you will see is distance, boundaries, decisions that feel sudden but were carefully thought through. Under pressure, she studies people differently. She notices who disappears, who manipulates, who stays consistent. And once she sees the truth, she never unsees it. This is the side of the spicy lady sigma most people never understand. Not because it is hidden, but because it only appears when life demands it. And when it does, she does not just survive, she evolves. Stay with me, because what you are about to learn might completely change how you see strength. Let's get started. The spicy lady. Number 1. Her emotional temperature drops instead of rises when pressure rises. Most people feel it in their chest first. Their voice changes, their tone sharpens, decisions become rushed, emotions take the wheel. But with a spicy lady sigma, something different happens. Her emotional temperature drops instead of rising. It is not that she feels less. In fact, she often feels more. The difference is control. When tension fills the room, her pulse slows, her breathing becomes steady, her mind clears. While others are reacting in real time, she is processing in layers. She creates space between what she feels and what she chooses to do. Imagine a heated argument at work. Voices are raised. Accusations are thrown around. People are trying to protect their image. In that moment, she does not compete for volume. She listens. She observes who is speaking from fear and who is speaking from facts. When she finally talks, her words are measured and specific. Not emotional explosions, not passive silence, just calm clarity. And that calm often shifts the entire atmosphere. This composure is not coldness, it is regulation. She understands that emotions are powerful, but dangerous when unmanaged. So instead of suppressing them, she channels them. Anger becomes strategy. Disappointment becomes redirection. Hurt becomes awareness. Think about personal betrayal. While someone else might send long messages or make impulsive decisions, she withdraws to think. She asks herself hard questions. What did this teach me? What signs did I ignore? What changes need to happen now? Pressure turns into reflection, not chaos. Her calm under stress can make people uncomfortable. Some mistake it for indifference. Others assume she does not care. But the truth is, she cares enough to stay in control. She knows that once words are released, they cannot be taken back. Once decisions are made in heat, they can create damage that lasts. Under pressure, her strength shows in stillness. And that stillness is not weakness. It is power with discipline. Number 2. Her decision speed increases when pressure hits. Many people slow down in the worst way. They overthink. They replay conversations. They imagine every possible outcome and get stuck between choices. But one of the most striking spicy lady sigma traits that appears only under pressure is this. Her decision speed increases. Chaos does not confuse her. It simplifies things. When tension rises, the noise in her head fades. Unnecessary thoughts fall away. What remains is clarity. She focuses on what matters right now, not on what might happen in 5 different imaginary scenarios. This does not mean she is reckless. It means she is trained by experience. She has learned that hesitation under pressure can cost more than a wrong move. So, instead of spiraling, she assesses quickly. What is the problem? What are the facts? What are the options? Then she chooses. Picture a situation where a project at work suddenly collapses. Deadlines are tight. People are blaming each other. Some freeze because they are afraid of making the wrong call. She steps back for a moment, gathers the essential information, and makes a decision. It may not be perfect, but it moves everyone forward. And movement creates momentum. Or think about a personal relationship that reaches a breaking point. While someone else might spend weeks stuck between staying and leaving, she pays attention to patterns. She weighs actions more than promises. Once she sees the truth clearly, she acts. No dramatic announcements, just a firm decision followed by aligned behavior. Her speed comes from trust in her own judgment. She understands that clarity often shows up when emotions are managed and priorities are clear. Pressure forces her to cut through excuses and focus on results. What makes this powerful is that her decisiveness is quiet but firm. When she decides, she rarely goes back and forth. She may adjust if new information appears, but she does not second-guess herself endlessly. Under pressure, hesitation disappears. In its place stands a woman who thinks fast, chooses wisely, and moves with purpose. Number 3. Fear turns into structure. Instead of panicking, she organizes. She assesses. She prioritizes. Most people treat fear like an alarm that means stop. When pressure builds, their thoughts scatter. They either panic or avoid. But one of the most powerful spicy Lady Sigma traits that appears only under pressure is this. Fear turns into structure. She does not pretend she is not afraid. She feels it fully. The tight chest, the racing thoughts, the uncertainty. But instead of letting fear control her behavior, she treats it like data. She asks herself simple, grounding questions. What exactly am I afraid of? What is within my control? What needs to be handled first? And then she organizes. Imagine she loses a job unexpectedly. While others might sink into panic or blame, she grabs a notebook. She lists her expenses. She calculates how long her savings will last. She updates her resume. She reaches out to specific contacts. She creates a daily schedule for applications and skill building. The fear does not disappear. It becomes fuel for a plan. Or think about a family crisis. Emotions are high. Everyone is overwhelmed. Instead of adding to the noise, she starts assigning roles. Who will make the calls? Who will handle transportation? What information do we need? In the middle of disorder, she builds structure. That structure brings stability to everyone around her. This is not about being robotic. It is about being intentional. She understands that fear is often a signal that something important is at stake. So she listens to it. If she feels anxious about a relationship, she examines the patterns. If she feels uneasy about an opportunity, she studies the risks. Fear becomes guidance, not a prison. Under pressure, her mind shifts from emotional reaction to practical action. She breaks big problems into smaller steps. She focuses on what can be done today instead of obsessing over everything at once. That is her quiet power. When life feels chaotic, she does not collapse. She builds systems, and those systems carry her through storms that would overwhelm most people. Number 4, she thinks in outcomes, not impressions. During high-stakes moments, appearances lose importance. She focuses on what works. When pressure is high and the stakes are real, something shifts in her focus. Small talk fades, image fades, appearances lose their shine. One of the strongest spicy Lady Sigma traits that appears only under pressure is this. She thinks in outcomes, not impressions. In intense moments, she is not asking herself how this will look. She is asking what this will lead to. What will this decision produce next week, next month, next year? She understands that performance might win applause for a moment, but results build stability. Picture a workplace crisis. A major mistake has been made, and everyone is trying to protect their reputation. Some people are more concerned about who gets blamed than how to fix the issue. She takes a different route. She asks what needs to be corrected immediately. Who has the skills to solve this? What system failed? Instead of polishing her image, she focuses on repairing the damage. Later, when everything is stable again, people realize who actually made the difference. This also shows up in personal relationships. When emotions are intense, Many people try to prove a point or win an argument. She shifts the focus. She asks, what outcome do I truly want? Do I want to be right or do I want peace? Do I want attention or do I want respect? That clarity changes how she speaks and what she chooses to let go. Substance replaces performance, that if a situation requires a difficult boundary, she sets it even if it makes her look strict. If growth demands stepping back from something familiar, she does it even if others do not understand. She is not careless about perception, but she refuses to sacrifice long-term stability for short-term approval. Under pressure, her priorities become clear. Results over noise, impact over image, legacy over applause. That is what makes her different when life gets serious. She is not acting for the moment. She is building for the outcome. Number 5. She resets quickly after impact. Failure under stress does not consume her. Pressure does not guarantee success. Sometimes it brings mistakes. Sometimes it exposes miscalculations. But one powerful spicy Lady Sigma trait that appears only under pressure is this. She resets quickly after impact. When something fails, she feels it. The disappointment, the frustration, the sting to her pride. She does not pretend it does not hurt, but she refuses to build a home inside that pain. Instead of replaying the mistake over and over, she asks a better question. What is this teaching me? Imagine she launches a business idea and it does not gain traction. Sales are low. Feedback is harsh. Some people would take it personally and shut down. She takes a short pause. She studies the numbers. She listens to constructive criticism. She adjusts the strategy. Maybe the pricing was wrong. Maybe the messaging was unclear. She recalibrates and tries again with sharper focus. Or consider a personal setback. She trusts someone who turns out to be unreliable. The disappointment is real, but instead of letting it harden her into bitterness, she reflects. What signs did I overlook? What boundaries need strengthening? The lesson becomes protection for her future. This quick reset is not denial. It is discipline. She understands that staying stuck in a setback drains energy that could be used to rebuild. Under pressure, time matters. So, she processes efficiently. She takes responsibility where needed. She releases what she cannot control. Then, she moves. People often mistake her recovery speed for emotional detachment. They assume she does not care because she does not collapse. The truth is she cares deeply, but she values growth more than self-pity. She refuses to let one mistake define her direction. Under pressure, resilience becomes visible. She bends without breaking. She stumbles without staying down. She treats failure as feedback, not identity. And that ability to reset quickly is what keeps her evolving while others remain trapped in yesterday's impact. Number 6. She becomes more herself. Not less pressure does not change her personality. When life gets heavy, many people start shrinking. They water themselves down. They second-guess their values. They adjust their personality just to survive the moment. But one powerful spicy Lady Sigma trait that appears only under pressure is this. She becomes more herself, not less. Pressure does not rewrite her character. It reveals it. Whatever she has built in private begins to show in public challenge. Her discipline, her boundaries, her quiet confidence, her way of thinking, all of it becomes sharper and more visible. That if she is naturally observant, pressure makes her even more attentive. If she values honesty, pressure makes her more direct. If she believes in independence, pressure strengthens her ability to stand alone when necessary. Stress does not dilute her identity. It concentrates it. Imagine she is in a tense workplace situation where others are compromising their standards to avoid conflict. Under normal circumstances, she may be flexible and easygoing. But when tested, her core values step forward. She speaks clearly. She refuses shortcuts that could damage long-term integrity. Not because she wants to impress anyone, but because that is who she truly is. Or think about a personal crisis. Maybe friends begin acting differently when times get hard. Some distance themselves. Some gossip. Instead of chasing acceptance, she leans deeper into her authentic self. She becomes more selective, more grounded, more aligned with what feels true to her. Pressure acts like a spotlight. It exposes what is solid and what is fragile. For her, it highlights the strength she has been quietly developing for years. The habits, the mindset, the emotional control, the self-awareness. That is why people are often surprised. They expected her to crumble. Instead, they see a clearer version of her character. Under pressure, masks fall away. For her, there is no mask to protect. There is only substance. And when life tests her, that substance becomes impossible to ignore. Number 7. Her loyalty clarifies stress exposes what truly matters to her. When life gets intense, people often scatter. Some friendships fade, some commitments weaken, some principles get compromised. But one of the most powerful spicy Lady Sigma traits that appears only under pressure is this. Her loyalty clarifies. Under stress, she does not stretch herself thin trying to please everyone. Instead, she recognizes what truly matters. She identifies the people, values, and principles worth protecting. Her care does not disappear, but it becomes focused and intentional. She does not waste energy on situations or people that do not align with her standards. Imagine a family crisis where everyone is stressed, arguing, or acting selfishly. Some people try to help everyone at once and end up exhausted and ineffective. She takes stock. Who genuinely needs support? Who can be trusted with responsibility? She channels her energy toward those who deserve it and toward solutions that uphold her values. Her actions are precise, effective, and deeply protective. Or consider a friendship tested by betrayal or misunderstanding. While others might overreact, gossip, or drift aimlessly, she evaluates the bond. Does this relationship reflect trust, respect, and shared principles? If yes, she protects it fiercely. If no, she gracefully steps back, letting go without drama. Pressure sharpens her sense of loyalty by separating fleeting connection from meaningful alignment. This clarity also applies to her principles. When challenges arise, she does not compromise on what she believes is right. She becomes a guardian of integrity. Her ethics are not flexible under stress, that if a situation threatens her core values, she acts decisively to uphold them. Her loyalty is not loud or performative. It is quiet, firm, and unmistakable. Those who experience it feel supported in a way that is rare and lasting. Those who cross boundaries see that her patience has limits. Under pressure, she becomes a force that protects what matters. Her care is no longer scattered. It is concentrated, intentional, and powerful. Stress does not make her less loyal. It simply makes her loyalty visible and unforgettable. Number 8. She accepts consequences faster. She does not waste energy resisting reality. When life delivers consequences, most people resist. They argue, make excuses, or pretend things did not happen. They waste energy on denial instead of moving forward. But one of the most striking spicy Lady Sigma traits that appears only under pressure is this. She accepts consequences faster. Pressure does not paralyze her. When something happens, whether it is a mistake, a missed opportunity, or an unexpected result, she does not linger in denial. She sees reality clearly. She acknowledges what occurred, and she focuses on what she can do next. This acceptance is not about surrender. It is about refusing to be trapped by what cannot be changed. Imagine she invests time and resources into a project that fails. Many people would replay the failure endlessly in their minds. Some might blame others or avoid responsibility. She observes what happened. She notes what worked, what did not, and what lessons she can take. Then she pivots. She changes her approach and moves forward with a new strategy. Or think about personal decisions that have consequences, like a conflict with a close friend or a decision to leave a toxic environment. She acknowledges the results without guilt trapping herself. She takes ownership of her part, learns from it, and adjusts her next steps. She does not waste time wishing things were different. She focuses on what she can influence. This ability to accept consequences quickly gives her an advantage under pressure. While others are still stuck in regret or blame, she is already analyzing solutions, making plans, and acting. It allows her to remain effective, even in situations that feel overwhelming. Acceptance also brings clarity. When she stops fighting reality, her mind clears. She sees options that others cannot because their focus is clouded by resistance. She moves with intelligence, not emotion, and turns setbacks into momentum. Under pressure, this trait becomes visible. It shows a woman who can confront reality, learn rapidly, and respond decisively. Acceptance becomes her tool, not a weakness. She does not fear consequences because she knows that facing them head-on is the fastest path to growth and control. Number 9. She becomes resourceful with almost nothing when options are limited. Most people panic. They focus on what is missing, complain about circumstances, or freeze entirely. But one of the most remarkable spicy Lady Sigma traits that appears only under pressure is this. She becomes resourceful with almost nothing. Pressure does not intimidate her. It sharpens her ability to see opportunity where others see obstacles. She does not wait for perfect conditions. She does not ask for a detailed plan or endless guidance. Instead, she looks at what is available, no matter how little, and asks one question: how can this work? Imagine a sudden financial setback. Bills are due, and the usual support systems are not available. Many would panic or postpone action. She surveys the situation. She reorganizes priorities. She cuts unnecessary expenditure. She identifies new ways to generate income. She finds a path forward using what is on hand. What looks like scarcity to others becomes a challenge she can navigate. Or consider a professional project where resources are limited. The team lacks time, personnel, or materials. Others might see failure as inevitable. She steps in, assesses the essentials, reallocates what exists, and innovates. A makeshift solution becomes a functioning system. A dead end becomes an unexpected opportunity. Her creativity is not optional. It is survival under pressure. This ability comes from her mindset. She understands that circumstances are temporary, but action shapes results. She does not wait for ideal conditions to start. She uses the moment, however imperfect, to move forward. Being resourceful also inspires confidence in those around her. People notice her ability to solve problems without panic or complaints. They follow her lead because she models adaptability in real time. Under pressure, her resourcefulness becomes a visible force. She transforms limitations into strategies, obstacles into solutions, and scarcity into opportunity. What others see as impossible, she treats as a challenge waiting to be solved. And that is why in moments of true pressure, she does not just survive, she finds a way to thrive. Number 10. She thinks 3 steps ahead while others react. She predicts. When life gets tense, most people react. They respond to what is happening right now and deal with consequences as they come. But one of the most powerful spicy Lady Sigma traits that appears only under pressure is this. She thinks 3 steps ahead. Under stress, her mind becomes exceptionally strategic. While others are caught up in the chaos of the moment, she scans the situation carefully, considering possibilities that are not immediately visible. Pressure does not confuse her. It focuses her thinking, helping her anticipate outcomes and plan accordingly. Imagine a conflict at work. Some people argue over what just happened. Others scramble to fix small problems without considering the ripple effects. She does not jump straight into reaction. She observes. She considers how each choice will affect the next steps. She predicts challenges that might arise and prepares solutions before they become urgent. By the time action is needed, she is ready. Or think about a personal situation. Maybe a friend or family member is making a risky decision. While many would react emotionally, she thinks about the long term. She evaluates potential consequences. She plans ways to help guide the situation safely. She positions herself to act with precision instead of being dragged along by emotion. This foresight is not about controlling everything. It is about preparing. She does not panic when unexpected things happen because she has already considered multiple scenarios. Her calm comes from awareness, not luck. Pressure reveals her ability to stay ahead mentally. While others are scrambling, she has already seen the possible outcomes, adjusted her plan, and chosen her moves carefully. This trait turns chaos into an advantage. She can navigate high-stakes situations with clarity, precision, and confidence. Thinking 3 steps ahead, allows her to transform stress into strategy. Problems do not overwhelm her. She sees beyond the moment and positions herself to handle what is coming. And that is why under pressure, she seems almost untouchable because she is always prepared before the storm fully arrives. Final words: pressure does not reveal weakness. It reveals what is already strong inside. The Spicy Lady Sigma is a study in resilience and focus when life gets intense. The traits that define her under pressure are not accidents. They are built through experience, reflection, and careful self-discipline. She does not crumble when challenges arise. Instead, her mind sharpens, her decisions accelerate, and her emotional control becomes almost surgical. When others are lost in chaos or emotion, she remains clear and strategic. She turns fear into structure, failure into insight, and scarcity into opportunity. Her loyalty becomes intentional, her priorities crystal clear, and her focus shifts to what truly matters for the long term. Even when mistakes happen or consequences appear, she accepts them quickly, learns the lesson, and moves forward with intelligence and calm. What makes these traits extraordinary is not just their effectiveness. It is the quiet power behind them. She does not perform strength for anyone. She does not announce her strategy or her victories. Everything she does under pressure is measured, deliberate, and aligned with her vision. Observing her under stress teaches one thing clearly. True strength is not about control over others or external applause. It is about mastery of self, clarity of thought, and the ability to act decisively when circumstances are at their worst. Pressure does not break her. It amplifies who she truly is. That if you pay attention to how she navigates high-stakes situations, you will see lessons in focus, resilience, and wisdom that apply to anyone striving to remain grounded, effective, and unshakable when life demands the most. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.